to license it.
I think in America there was like schools that taught you those.
Yeah.
things
There
was
specifically, and I think it
agricultural
was free.
schools, there was
yeah.
stuff
But now
like
they've
that.
removed it in it, so a lot of men.
Yeah,
get
because you
stuck
know it
there,
is. It's
or
like
people in general. Get
there's
stuck.
no even in this country there's no pride in certain things. Like it's for you to say to someone to come up to you and be like, oh, what do you do? I'm a bricklayer. It there's not a level of pride.
But the bricklayer is the most important.
I understand that. But when you say it sounds better when a man says I work for this company as opposed to I'm a plasterer.
You know what? I think it depends on
The person you're dealing with.
on who you're talking to, and how you were, what culture and tradition you grew up in. Because for like obviously Caribbean, African people, if you was to be like, go to your granny and granny's, oh, what do you do? And you're just like, yeah, I'm a painter and decorator, granny. They'll look at you like, these times you might own a company. You might have a whole company and making mad peas doing painting and decorating.
100%.
But they're still gonna look at you like, why aren't you a doctor? Why aren't you
Waste
this?
removal.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? And that's because obviously, when obviously back then, their thing was, we've come over here for you to go to school, for you to become better than we were. But we can, doing the same things you are doing, still be better than you were. You get me?
But it's silly because I used to work when I was young and I worked in Sainsbury's. My manager had a law degree.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But man
Doing
was on
nothing.
probably £1.50 more than me.
Doing
Like,
nothing.
it didn't make no sense. So getting all of these things is all well and good.
Pointless.
But I do believe that as men, me personally, we need to have a lot of more practical skills.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of us that can't do most things, can't change a tire, can't sort out minimal things in our house. We can't do it. We might be able to put together a little bit of flat pack furniture from IKEA, but apart from that, we're pretty much useless.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And then we grow up, and then our kids, we can't pass on anything
worse.
to them.
Yeah, it's gonna be
so
worse.
it's just, it gets worse. So now it's like child, just pay someone to do it.
And that's what it literally has become to. Like, and I was having this conversation as well a couple of weeks ago. Like you grow up and like, say your dad or your granddad will randomly kit out the bathroom themselves, tile it, and all these random.
It might take long.
Yeah.
But
These times
you say to them, pay. They'll be like, I've got the money. Let's pay it. No, man.
Have this, man. No, man.
They want to tear up the whole house. Whereas we're now like,
pay someone. Yeah, you get me. You're on
That's
checker
where it
trade
is.
looking for a man to come and do
and
it.
it's not that we can't. It's laziness.
Picking up an Eastern European from the side.
Laziness, bro. Like, do you know how much time, like, it's been bed? And the thing is, you know what as well? We got no excuse nowadays because we got fucking YouTube. Do you know how many times I've just been in my yard? Like, one time, the lighting in my yard weren't working. Like, I couldn't figure it out. So, like, there's basically, like, in my living room, there's, like, 2 lights. Only one was working, but the other one wasn't. It's all on the same switch. I was like, what the fuck? How can I be switching or change the bulb? Everything. I was like, why the fuck is only one working? Like, everything's in
So
order.
you have to pull it up.
Man, just YouTube, bruv. And it was told me, like, yeah, you need to do this, connect this wire to this. Man, just done it, bruv.
It worked.
It worked, bruv. You go in your fuse box, just switch it off so you don't kill yourself.
And then,
and then just try it, fiddle it around, yeah.
But you know what it is? That's it. There's 2 sets of people now. There's the YouTube man, them. Cool. And then there's those that look and think, I must can figure this out.
Yeah.
They'll blow their shit up. That's
Blow
what
out the whole house, boy.
blow up everything, and then you're sitting there in darkness like, oh,
Fuck. Yeah, bruv. So, like, there's actually no excuse these days, bruv. Like, man, even just simple plumbing, simple electrical work, simple carpentry, you can literally go on YouTube.
But that's the
How
thing.
do
You
I
want to
do
change the
this?
lights in your house, you can do it. It's
And it will
really
show-
not rocket science.
Yeah.
Everything
Show
is
you.
based upon colours.
Colours, that's it.
So
Colours, this goes to this
yeah,
goes
you
to
match the colours
That
and
is
then
it.
it's fine.
But which is lazy, innit?
It's proper lazy. And
Lazy.
you know, I've realised I get really frustrated quickly.
Mm.
So if I'm doing something and it's a bit fiddly and it's not working, I just want to mash it up.
Mm.
Like, I lose the plot. I want to throw it across the room.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, for the sake of sanity, let me just get someone else.
To come and do it for you.
But
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you've tried and you're just not getting it, and you just don't want to fuck up, then yeah, cool. Get someone who's better placed or got the knowledge to do it. That's fine. But if it's something simple, like you can do, like I remember growing up seeing my mum tiling the bathroom herself, like
Yep.
this madness like that, like. So for me, if I needed to tile, I will never be like, my first thing will never be, I need to get some. I always think, I must can fucking do this. I've grown up seeing my mum fucking tile bathrooms.
And there's so much equipment now.
My mum used to paint the bathroom, the kitchen, paint the doors.
My mum tiled our kitchen because you know, like when the council come in,
They tiled it half.
and they tile half. My mum was like, I don't want this. I want the whole
The
thing.
whole thing.
So she's like, she asked the man, can you leave a pack of the towels?
Yeah,
Which he
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
She done her own
Yeah.
thing. Like,
I grew up seeing that, so I could never sit there and think, I
but
can't
this
do
is
that.
the problem. We're in a society now where we want, as men, we want women to treat us a certain way. We want to be treated like the heads of households and kings and all of this stuff. But we're ill-equipped to lead.
To lead, yeah.
Like,
It's
we're
true.
fully ill-equipped to lead.
We expect women to be like a traditional woman, do this, cook, clean, click.
But we're
But
less
are
than
we
traditional.
Are we traditional men?
But that's the thing.
Are we
9
traditional
out of
men?
10 of us can. If your girl phoned you and said, "Yo, babes, my car's got a punch," you'd be like, "Hey, what? Call this number."
A man will come out and you hit me, or someone will come and
Well,
tell
you
you.
ain't got I'm tire cover.
Do you know what I mean?
Where you?
Or man will be like, "Oh, babes, but the drip though, like, I can't
Hey,
get."
man. Oh, you know I can't bend the crease in my trainer.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Balenci's, man. I can't. Shut up, man.
Man's
Like,
had to change the tires several times.
Bruv, so many times.
But-
Like, it's so light, it's so easy to do.
Do you know what it is?
I've never understood a man who can't change tire. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's disappointing, fam. I had to change my tire once on the
What?
M1, fam.
but I had to do that. I was flying up to Luton, and you know when you're driving and the car goes. I was like, right, and I had no hard shoulder in that. I just pulled up on the jagged lines. Lorries are flying past me, and I'm just like, please, God, please, don't.
You know, changing the tire on the M1 and lorries are flying past you, yeah, and the pace that they're going,
The wind, you know, you feel
Right.
your car just
Yo.
move. You know?
But it's the most nerve-wracking experience. Nerve-wracking experience. But once you've done it, you feel like a boss.
Yeah, was you there? You was with me that time when I punctured my tire
On the A40, on the
West-
flyover thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
and guess what? No spare tire.
But your team
that's
has
what
got
happened
a
to me
run
the
flats,
other
don't
day,
it?
innit?
Yeah, and then we had to drive back.
Yeah, back to the ends and park up.
Damn.
But it's all the new cars, no
spares.
spares.
I asked for a spare.
Yeah, you have to ask for it
I
now,
asked
innit?
for a spare.
You have to get it
And
included
it-
because
and
it's extra in it to get it included.
Yeah.
You can go scrapyard and just buy
Just
one.
buy one, yeah.
Buy a space saver.
You know what? I was like, the amount of money I'm paying. I
Put it
want-
in there,
put it in
yeah.
please.
Nah, all of these things, I feel like men, like people want to stray away from gender roles, innit? But let's be fair, they're there for a reason.
Yeah, I think, gender roles are gender roles, and
I think, don't get me wrong, as women as well, I feel like women need to be able to do a lot of things that they can't do. Like, as a woman, I'm not going to lie, you should know the basics of car maintenance.
yes. And if you drive a car,
Yeah.
you should know it.
Where your water, where your oil,
Yeah.
how to check these things, how to actually change your tire. Because,
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
you might be in the rain one day with your thing bust off.
Battery's dead. You
Don't
can't
get me wrong,
fitting
if
up-
you are
yeah.
physically incapable of loosening the tire, fine.
Fair enough. Yeah,
But to be totally unaware of how this
How to
process
do it,
goes,
where to start, yeah, it's a bit mad.
like, I'm not going to lie, I would feel like I failed my daughter
Mm.
if when she gets older, she does not know certain things.
Mm.
I'm not saying that I won't be there to do it. You can call me and I'll come. But the fact that you actually don't know it, I'd feel like I failed you. The same way as if my sons can't cook.
Mm.
I
No,
feel
it's
like I
true.
failed you.
It's very true.
Very true.
It's very, very true.
Like, I feel like when a relationship should be balanced, innit? But if one person's incapable, the other person should know how
should be
to
able
do
to
it.
pick up the
slack,
yeah.
regardless of what realm that falls in.
Yeah, because if you live with your woman, and obviously she is gonna, maybe she does 95% of the cooking in the house, and for whatever reason, I don't know, she breaks her leg and she can't cook. But you can't cook. What the fuck are you gonna do, bro? You should be able to pick up the slack. You might the meals might not be as A1 as hers, but you should be able to feed her and your family. You get me?
Everyone should be able to cook, clean,
Can't be
use
a
the
take-
washing
Can't be
machine.
a takeaway every day, man.
Can't be takeaway. Can't be, I'm gonna go with my mum's and get a container for us. You get me? Like, you man should be able to cook.
You should be able to. I'm not saying you have to, but this should be a skill set that you do have.
Yeah, I agree, man.
The same way, listen, I know women that are out here, they're not waiting for no one. What, put up shelf? They're on it.
This is what I'm saying.
Like,
That's you know what, when you grow up with your mum, like I see my mum doing that. Like, it's just like, that's why I could never look at my son and be like, I can't do that. I can't put up that TV. I can't put. God, I've go and see my mum just random hanging TVs, putting up shelves, tiling. Like
Listen, I may not be confident in it, so I'll be like,
man's gonna try.
So, for example, if you called me, I may not want to mess up your wall.
Yeah, it's
So I'd be
different.
like, nah.
I'd rather fuck up my shit.
But me, listen,
Gonna try. Try.
where there's a will, there's a way.
Bro,
100%.
I have to try, bro. If it comes out a bit wonky, boy, you have to take it off and try again.
Or just leave the wonky TV and watch it. That's what you can do.
Yo, why you always like this?
Why's your TV bent, fam? Ah, blood.
Shut
it
up,
took me
blood.
like 5 hours to put it out, blood. I couldn't be bothered to take it down.
It's the
again.
new school thing. Don't worry about that.
It's a 3D thing, fam. Like, you gotta look at it from an angle.
Man, try to justify the rubbish.
My boy's got that strain in his neck. Yeah, man.
But like we have to, and that's one thing. Going back to the original thing where we're talking about, like, you see the uproar with this song and the wet ass pussy and da. It's all well and good, innit? But have balance, because your kids are growing up watching this. You can't have them thinking that this is the only path. It's to scam man for money, or like Birkin bags are the thing that you must go. You know what I mean?
But I think, yeah, that's the actual point. I don't think there's anything wrong with the song. I think anybody who has an issue with it shouldn't have an issue with it. If you've got an issue with, you know, how it might affect your children, it's your job to make sure your child knows
Poor parenting, yeah.
that,
I understand.
you know,
But what I'm
this
trying to say
is
to you
only
is,
one aspect of it.
but what I was saying to you is, you can't say you told, because remember, music is influential. We can't dispute that.
100%.
So you can't be like, yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with the message. But then if I say to you, so if your daughter said, all right, dad, this is what I'm on, you can't be upset then, because you're saying there's nothing wrong with the message. I'm saying the message is not good, because this like, forget that one song, but City Girl, they're talking about scamming, man, and they don't give a fuck about this, that, and the fact, like, it's not a positive thing. It's
But
not
the majority of music, the message isn't good. You know,
It's never been good.
You know,
listen
the
to slow
majority
jams.
of it is not good.
Huh?
I listen to slow jams.
Whether it's talking about shanking
crime,
someone,
bro.
selling drugs, talking about sex, none of it is good. Unless you're listening to gospel, really, like,
I mean,
What
Mary
music?
got some jams still, you know.
do you get what I'm saying? Unless you're
Yeah,
listening to
Frankie got
gospel or maybe reggae or something, you
Some
get me,
Ital
like
thing.
some Ital, you get me, real roots reggae. Like, what music is really 100, like, it's positive? has a
I
good
just
message.
think, as much I do understand, I think people put too much ownership on artists, school teachers, all of these things to raise their kids.
Yeah.
They're putting the ownership on everyone else for their
Down
kids to
the
turn
parents
out
to raise our
Yeah.
kids, fam.
properly.
It's done. Listen, I remember when I first got the 50 Cent album, yeah, and I played Many Men in the House. To this day, my mum has never returned back that CD, bro.
You know what it is? It's
never
not,
returned that CD.
I don't mind, like, I have to be conscious even when I'm driving. There's certain things,
Yeah.
obviously, like my son, he's there and I'll see his mouth moving, like, I've played the song bare times and now he's picked up the
Picked
words.
up the words, yeah.
So I'm driving, but I can hear him now, and I'm like, nah, let me change this. Because he'll miss out the words he knows he's meant to miss out. But I'm saying to him, even today, I had to say to him, like, listen, not everything you hear is for you to repeat. Because he doesn't even realize what he's saying.
Sometimes they don't know.
Because, you know, like I was listening to, what is it, Scorcher Antics.
Mm.
All of these songs, he doesn't know what he's fully saying.
Yeah.
But I'm saying to him, no.
Yeah.
Let me change
Because
this.
they
and
ain't gonna
furthermore-
repeat that to someone that listen. What? Is Jamal got?
Yeah,
You know?
because obviously when they listen to it, they only know fuck, bitch.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't.
piss.
My daughter tells me
Anything else is just a
my,
word
my,
to them.
my daughter told me she'll be like, oh daddy, that's got swearing in it. Change the song.
Yeah,
Change the song. Change the song. Keep changing.
Like, we can't mask them from everything because they've got phones, laptops, tablets. They're gonna hear things, but it's about that influence being the minimal, not the like, you understand?
and,
And then
and like you said, exposing them to a variety.
And now you got
of
this
things
TikTok phase where half of these songs are now on TikTok and they got dances to it.
as well.
But this is the thing.
You
I've
gotta
realized.
police it.
Speaking of that, kids can't dance.
They can't dance.
I've realized now.
Kids-
Like,
Could you
Depends
dance
on the
when
kid,
you're a
innit?
no. But they dance like TikTok, so they can't move to the beat of a song. They know
Just doing
specific
TikTok
dance
yeah,
moves.
Yeah.
Like, I watched my daughter in the car, radio's on, and she's proper like,
TikTok dances.
like,
That's their generation, though. Isn't
no, but I'm what? Like, you know when you're driving,
It's
you're like,
mad still. They're
and
doing
she's
TikTok
prob-
dances.
Yeah,
That's
she's
like my son.
banging
He
the
does-
TikTok.
He does Fortnite dances when he's dancing. I'm like, bruv.
It's not even necessarily on beat.
What dances go around with when we was young.
No, we had more. No, but
Butterfly.
Like,
thing
Bogle,
there.
them
Bogle.
No, that's our teens. Oh no.
No, that's primary school.
Yeah.
Primary school. Yeah.
No. But what I'm trying to say to you is, we understood moving to the beat of the song. They don't even move to the beat of the song. They just do the dance.
We're just going.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's mad.
Man,
TikTok.
they proper learn to dance from Fortnite as well. The boys.
Bruv, that's all he does. Fortnite dances. I'm like, but you know anything else? Just bop your head. Just bop your head. Just bop your head. Just
Even
read it
the,
sometimes.
but it's like they're fighting it. They're like,
Yeah, it's like.
The internet ruined our kids, man.
man, it's ruined them. Ruined. We have rhythmless kids. You just watch TikTok. But like, the generations have changed. It's all mad.
Yeah, it's different, man.
I see my son on YouTube watching other people play the game.
Yeah, my son does that.
Like-
He'll be playing Fortnite, watching YouTube of a man playing Fortnite, and he's like, oh, and he's going like doing the same thing they're doing. I'm like,
But then again, when we was young, if we had that, we would have probably done the
we
same.
would have done the same.
Because
100%.
there were certain games where you're like, I don't know where the secret passageway is. This
How
is
do I do
mad.
this? Yeah, so if we could watch a man do it, we would probably done it.
But then
too
you
still.
gotta remember that challenged us to use our minds though.
To figure it out.
Games like Crash Bandicoot and
You know, games like
Croc
what's it
and-
called? Like
you
games
had
like
to-
Resident Evil. You know, Resident Evil when
Blood,
you gotta do stuff, find clues and all this,
you
bruh.
play Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear, all of them things there.
But I remember I played
You'd
Assassin's
have to buy a
Creed.
magazine or
Exactly.
something.
I played Assassin's Creed, and there was one part I got so mad because I couldn't get out and I couldn't figure out how to jump off one wall to get over. I just switched off the whole thing. I was so
GTA,
angry.
bro.
Bare games didn't get finished because you just
GTA,
don't know.
you had to use your mind how to complete these games. Now it's on the internet.
Quickly go on the internet and watch it.
But that's the
You
thing.
get that guy. I'm going to do a 10-minute tutorial on how to unlock the safety jacket.
yeah.
So the question is, how do we teach our kids the morals that we had whilst giving them more than we had? Because remember, a lot of how we grew and our morals came from our experiences. So when we got kids now, we're trying to do a lot more than we had. More time is financially. So how do we teach them to be as appreciative and have the morals that we have whilst giving them more than we had? How do you get that balance?
I don't think
You can.
there's a way. You just have to make sure you use the things that you know you'd picked up from your parents, things that you'd have picked up from grandparents, and things that you'd have picked up just yourself being you growing up.
That's how you apply it.
And you just have to try and bring it all together.
Because that's a
and
struggle
adapt
for
it.
me
Yeah.
mentally. Because, for example, I grew up having one pair of trainers, maybe two at a push, right? So I came in, I cleaned, I appreciated this one pair of trainers because it had to last till whenever. But now, let's be honest, our kids have 3-4 pairs of trainers at a time. And they know, once this one mash up, Daddy's going to buy me another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Or
kind of
when my
they abuse that. I know I'm gonna get the next one. Where
Exactly.
we was at the period, but I don't know when the next one's gonna come.
Or
bro.
you see birthdays or Christmas, you're not buying them stuff that's broken. You're just buying them newer versions of the stuff that's already in
See,
existence.
The difference was, I had to get hand-me-downs
See,
being
that-
the middle child.
but I didn't have that. But I just knew that unless something was actually broken,
That's when you got it. The next
all
one.
right.
I
But now,
never had a choice.
But
Whatever
now-
he got, I had to get as well. Whereas now, our kids, for instance, you got 3 boys. You don't buy them all the same thing.
when they were younger,
Yeah.
I used to, because I had this whole thing in my head where it's
Well,
like,
use one of them
One
parents.
has.
You-
yeah, I didn't want anyone to feel.
Was you one of them?
Left,
Was you
some
one of
type
them
of way.
parents when you took them to a function? You dressed them all the same.
It wasn't necessarily a function. They may be wearing the same thing in a different color, but there were stages where they had the same coat. Like to go to school, 3 of the same coat,
Oh, yeah.
3 of the same shoes, or I'd
easier
buy
that
the
way, innit?
trainers.
I'm talking function. You know, you got them kids that all
No.
just the same.
But as they got older, obviously they're individual now. So one likes blue, one doesn't want blue, he wants red. Or like I had to force myself to understand that because remember my kids are a year apart. So as far as I'm concerned,
All the same age.
you're the same child, man. Shut up. That's all. Shut up. Yeah. But now they're very different.
So
Like
does that make it? But then does that make it easier for you to then, like what you said, when you're giving them what we never had? Does it make it now easier because they're different to give them?
but I had
uphold
to,
the balance.
I had to force myself to get into the mindset of just because one needs something or wants something, I don't have to get it for the rest of them, which was hard for me. If I'm buying one a bike, for example, in my head, I have to buy all three of you a bike so you don't feel some type of way. But now, yeah, it is a little bit easier because it's like my oldest one, he's going secondary school, so there's things that he wants, and his life's a little bit different. He's got a phone.
Yeah.
The other day, he said he wanted his ears pierced. So I said, all right, cool. Took him, got that done. That's not for you two now.
That's mad because he's come to you saying, I wanted to get my earpiece. I had to go and sneak off and get my earpiece and wear a woolly hat in the house, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing. My mum said to me, under no circumstances are you getting this done. And I had to wait until I was of an age where I was like, when it's done now.
Yeah.
But with my kids, I always said I would never enforce that on them. Because you know some people pierce their sons' ears from birth. That's up to you, innit? But I'm like, that's my choice. I'm not going to enforce that choice on you. So what if you don't want?
So then do you feel you're a more lenient parent than to what your parents were?
No.
So do you feel you're stricter than how your mum or dad was?
In some aspects, yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends, isn't it?
I think, because remember, I was the only child. So now I'm stricter because I'm not used to being in an environment with so many kids.
So who you strict on, the boys or the girl?
All of them. I don't like noise. So with me now, it's like there's only so much noise you can make up by yourself as the only child, innit? Now I've got 4. Oh, leave me. Oh. And it's over nothing. And then my daughter will run in the room and you hear scream, then you hear tears. What happened? She went in there, tried to jump in the play fight. I got broke up with her. But so I feel like in one aspect I'm a lot more lenient because I have accepted there's 4 of them in it. I cool, live your life. And then in another aspect, because I'm not used to having siblings, I don't know how this dynamic is meant to work. So I'm forcing something here. Yeah, it's weird.
But I think that's parenting in general, isn't it? Like it's not like a one size fits all. It's you just figure it out as you go along type of thing.
So since you didn't have siblings, do you find yourself kind of like sometimes caught up forgetting like you're the father and become like the older sibling?
Nah, never. I'm definitely daddy. 100%.
Yeah, I can't see I'm forgetting that.
No. I'm not here to be your friend.
They call him big man.
Yeah, I'm not here to be your friend.
One time I was like to the second, I was like, yo, go and get it. He goes, what? Do you want big man? Do you want me to get in trouble with big man? You know what I looked at him, I was like, him. He goes, but he gave me a look like, nah, don't get me in trouble with big man. You know?
You know what it is?
All right, cool.
I just look at it like I've got their whole life to be their friend, but a very small window to teach them what I feel I need to teach them, innit?
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of problems have come because we're a younger generation having younger kids. People are more concerned with being friends. They want to dress the same as their kids and they want to be their youth's friend.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like me. I don't care.
I feel as my daughter's getting older, I'm a bit more getting stricter on it now.
But you're going to be because
remember, I'm not gonna lie, I was too soft. I was the one that now it's like I'll tell her and be like, and she'll be I don't give a damn.
For me, I think I started off like maybe a bit extremely strict, and as of late, I've kind of like
eased back a bit,
and kind of like just let him do his thing a bit more. I was very strict, very regimented. Like, you know them ones like half an hour TV, this, like proper like book. Whereas now it's more like even that like what's that game? That same game talking about Fortnite.
Yeah.
He's only had that for like the last couple of months, like, and he's been talking about it for years. Oh, my friend, I was like, no, I'm not having it. What do you need it for?
But that's why I say things are different. Because I remember growing up and guns of any sort were not allowed. I wasn't allowed a water gun.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed. There was no guns at all.
See, I was lucky. I was able to play these games because I had an older brother. So it was like, but even when I got seen playing them, nah, you can't play that. So it was like I had to sneakily like play.
But the same thing happens with my kids though, because the older one got Fortnite and he got it, so it was almost like I didn't want you to have it, but you've got it now. So, alright, cool. And then, to be fair, even when I hear them, because remember everything's online now, so I hear them talking to each other, and now I kill him. And sometimes I'm like, nah,
it doesn't sit right with you.
I don't know how I feel about this. And they're warring, you know, man, I'm getting stressed out on the kid. Move, man. I don't know how I feel about it.
But that's how I was as well, but I did not like it. And the thing is, what I don't like as well, that pisses me off to this day now even, he would sit there with me and be like, Dad, like, I just got the SMG automatic rifle. I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
You know that around that already.
You know, and you know them ones that you have to say to him, brother, I hope you know your fucking books, like the way you know these guns and these
This
games.
is where, Jay.
You know
And
the
this is
old
it.
school,
And-
like the stuff that your mum would tell you. I hope the way you know them lyrics. I hope so you know your book.
I get stressed out.
Listen,
Bruh.
I was doing homework with Kyla the other day, yeah? And I'm like, read it, innit? So she's reading it. And then I answer the questions. And then she does this. I don't know. I said, you better know as much as you know how to do all them dance moves on TikTok. Read the thing and tell me what it is. And she starts crying and it's like, yeah, Dad, it said that in 19. I said, so why is it so hard? But I get it. We was like that. We apply our mind to excitement and it sticks to us.
Nope.
But we need to, no. But we need to let the kids know that, bruv, there's a balance between play and fun and there's a balance between knowledge.
Bro.
You have to know how to bridge that gap in.
When we was young, our excitement was going outside. Can I knock for my friend? Right?
Yes.
We didn't, because remember, your punishment was you're not allowed to go outside. With these
I know watch
kids,
TV.
with your kids now, you're not going outside.
But I think it's what it does. I think it plays a part of that. It's what you enjoy as well. You gotta try and find a way. It's like, for instance, reading. My son, he weren't really on it. He didn't read. And what I clocked was I was buying him his books, and he was just like, to the point I'm like, all right, cool.
What do you want
What
to
do
read?
you want to read? And he started picking his books, and I'm like, okay, it was nonsense books he's picking, but he's reading
Diary
it,
of a
yeah.
Wimpy Kid.
Dumb
and
stuff.
All of this
the
stuff.
Dragon Quest and all this stupidness.
But
and I'm
it's,
just like,
they're
it's tapping,
reading.
it's
But
tapping,
he's
his,
reading
it's
it.
tapping his knowledge into
yes,
reading.
but he's reading it.
So by the
So
time you
it's-
give him a book to read, he knows how
You know
to
what?
read. And
That's what I clocked as well.
Yeah.
A lot of we make reading almost a punishment when it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
Lock
be.
off the
You have to enjoy
TV and
it.
go read a
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
But then, especially little boys, they aspire to be their dad. So if they don't see you read,
they're not gonna read.
they're not gonna be like, so why are you making?
Yeah,
I've never seen you pick up a book.
Yeah, it's true still.
So I just think,
Where dealing with girls is a whole different world from, bro.
you see, with my daughter, she wants to show me stuff. Daddy, can I read this book to you? She wants to. She's more forthcoming with certain things.
Yeah, like Kyla's very creative, so she would go and create something. So I thought, okay, since you're very creative, I'm going to tap into your creative world.
Yeah.
So when we go, what color pencils do you want? Oh my God, she's got going wild. Oh, Dad, can I get this gel pen? She'll tell me about all these type of pens I don't know about. And you know what it is? All right, let's do that. Let me tap into your world. And then when I get home, let me see what this world consists of. Like, she got a slime kit. I bought a slime kit for her birthday. And I was like, rah, you're creative with this. And I hate the mess.
It's the
It
mess.
creates
So we're like, I'm
the
not getting
the glitter, the
Yeah,
little.
yeah, yeah.
I wake up and there's glitter on my face, on my pillow. I'm like, but do you know what it is? When I'm looking at the stuff she's creating, I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, the
you
mess is
gotta-
peak, but I will entertain because I don't know what you could build out of that.
You gotta tap
And then
into what they
then
enjoy, man.
I gave her a phone, and then so what I do is at night when she's sleeping, I go through the phone and I look at all these videos, and she's like, "Hi, today I'm gonna teach you how to make this slime."
YouTube. She's gonna make it
Yeah,
on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. And you know what it is? A man said to me on Friday, and I was telling him this. He goes, "Brother, like push your daughter to do that. Don't push her to do it, but
If she wants to,
she wants to do it.
Yeah, do it.
Entertain it. Certain time, so you sit in it and be a part of it.
or at least sit in the background and
Yeah.
make her feel interested. I struggle with that.
I
Because
do.
we came from generations where our parents were very much, you lot are kids, go over there and do your thing. They weren't as involved. So now, and because I've got the four of them, I'm very much detached in certain aspects. Like, you lot go over there and play in it. But I've realized it's not good. Because like, my 10-year-old will come to me and be like, "Oh, Dad, I'm on a level 192 of the game," and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but well done, innit? Like, I don't know what that is. And my three sons are onto me like, "Dad, we'll teach you to play Fortnite. Like, come." And I'm like, nah. And every couple of weeks they'll come back and be like, "So you're not gonna let us teach you to play Fortnite?" And you know, I'm gonna make them do it.
Nah, you have to, bro.
No, I don't want to,
You
but I've
go.
warned them. I said, if I die, everyone's getting locked up together.
You say they got to protect you. No one day you might
If
phone. You're
any
gonna
of you lot kill me,
Get involved.
one day
trust me.
One day your phone gems and he's sitting in the yard looking like academics. Hey, blood, I'm on level 300. Hey,
You
blood,
know it,
I'm
man,
on
with headphones on.
Phone you.
Hey man,
back.
I'm just playing. I'm just in the
Hey, man, don't chat to
playing
me.
Fortnite. I'll call you back, yeah.
Hey,
You know,
what?
You know, two, you'll see like some little Instagram footage. Father, you sons play Fortnite. He said, hey, run him down. Hey, blood, hey, go protect your brother.
You,
No, but the thing is, I find it like I'm learning in it. Obviously, if it's a learning experience, I'm learning. Like my oldest, he's going. So I sat down with him the other day. Said, "Come." He was cleaning outside the yard. I said, "Come." We're just talking, and it's weird because each of my children are like me, but at a different point in my life. It's so strange. Like my oldest is like me now. He just wants to be left in his own world. He don't necessarily need to talk. Even with his phone, even watching something, he's quiet.
Do this thing.
You understand? But then when me and him's talking and I'm forcing him, I'm saying, so tell me, what kind of girls you like? And he's like, my dad, man. He's like, they're just loud and annoying. And I'm saying, you will. September, you're going secondary school. You will. I'm saying, so you don't like girls? No, I'm saying so. No. So what's going on? You want waves in your hair? You want earring? So why you want these things then? He just looking at me smiling. I said, oh, okay. Because I never grew with my dad like that. There was no talk about this
conversation.
Stuff. And I'm definitely not having it with my mum. So I'm looking at him. I'm saying, okay, I see you, big man.
It's mad. It's like you feel like when we was growing up, like our parents were very disinterested into what we was into, or they just wanted to know that
they're more traditional. They're more traditional.
That's it.
They
do
didn't.
your book.
Yeah.
Done.
I came here. I'm working hard for you to do better than me.
That's it.
Because like now, like when my dad tries to talk to me sometimes about certain things, like, and to this day, I'm like, huh?
And you have to look at the age difference between you and your dad.
Yeah, it's like
Because we're what 20, 21 years older than our kids.
My dad had me at 37.
Look at that. Nearly 4 decades older than you. You understand what I'm saying?
So when he's chatting to me about certain things, I'm just like, huh? Like, nah, man, like, big man's cool, innit, man? Like, you're retired now, man. Don't hold that conversation to yourself.
No, but you know, sometimes it's fun
No,
when you're older to have a conversation with your dad and
then-
be like, oh,
So what my
you
dad
nasty.
would do is like, so what my dad would do is like, say if like you lot come to us and we're all there talking, and he would just chime in and start talking about stuff about back in the day, and then you think, I say, wow, I'm just as much as like my dad as I didn't really think I was, you know. But still, big man, hold that conversation to yourself. Do that with your people, then, innit?
Now, you know what? Sometimes it's joke to listen to
You
them.
know what my mum said to me the other day, which I was like real offended. So I come in the house and she's like, what, like, you're 30, innit? And I'm like, it's a bit dumb question to ask me if you give birth to me, but alright, yeah, I am. She goes, and you're still sitting on one child. Are you firing blanks? And I went, whoa.
Listen, you see your life, yeah.
I was like, Mum, you know, like, I'm single, innit? Like, so she goes, yeah, but like, what are you wasting time for? Like, is everything all right, son? Like, do you want me to book a doctor's appointment? You don't know what I'm like.
I think she might need to though.
No, fam. Just because you feel out for, fam, don't be.
But I'm good. I'm good now.
You're
You
done.
See, you see me?
He ain't
I'm
done,
good.
man.
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm done. I'm good. You see me?
He's not done, bro.
I can. By the time I'm 40, everyone's of the age. I don't have to look after
So if
them
you
no
got with
more.
a girl and she wanted a baby, you're not giving her a baby.
Huh? Did you not hear the
He
4?
ain't done, bro.
Did you not hear that I've got one going into secondary school?
Damn, man.
Bro.
Secondary.
Hold on. We established in the beginning of the show he's gonna be wearing a string vest, a shirt open, and a kangoo hat.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. African.
I mean,
The kangaroo hat.
he's gonna be wearing one of them hats. But he's got another 4 to pop out, bro.
But you're a lot more yardy than
For
me.
you though.
Yeah.
You're gonna buck a thing in Whirler Girls and then
That night, breed.
yeah, breed. You look at me like maybe.
That's not a bad idea.
Listen, you lot ain't done.
I know I ain't done.
I'm not done.
I'm not done.
Jay's licking. You know what's gonna happen? Jay's gonna lick out like a 2 back to back, bow bow, and you're gonna be like, Jay, wait, whoa.
Big man thing. I
Calm
want
down.
another 3.
Why not? Why not?
But you man are old, you know.
Yeah, this is it. I'm
Alright,
old, man. I'm old.
Jay's almost 40.
Allow it from. Yeah. When you look at the numbers, I'm getting there. innit?
I mean, when you round it up.
Yeah, when you
in
round it up.
maths.
Currently,
But then,
if you round it up, maths technically, I'll go to 30.
Yeah.
but he's not far. You're not far from it though.
do you mean?
If he's also, you're not far from it, bro.
You're
But
not far.
I'm very far away.
You're not that far.
But you're a year younger than him in school, bro.
Academically, but these man, his birthday falls just in a place for him to
horrible timing.
just be
It was
old
horrible.
as shit.
Just old. Why can it be the next? Why can I be born late?
Because technically speaking, if you look at it on paper, in a few months, he's 5 years older than you.
Yeah.
True, you know. Fuck you know, bro.
It's long.
But
innit?
you know, someone thought you was 28 years old, you know.
Come on, look at me, man. Come
It was bad. They're like, how old are you? And I was like, how old do you think? I think like you're like 26. I was like, what? She goes, how old is Jay? I was like, what do you think? How old is Jay? Jay's like 28. I was like, Lord Jesus. I'm not even gonna tell you
Them
how old
man
we
there's-
are, but we're nowhere near those
Their
ages.
man, there's gully
28.
creeping.
I will take that.
26, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
Bro,
Good
we are
genes.
we get into a place, but it's harder to have kids now. It's harder to have kids in this society. Space wise, financially,
Yeah.
it's harder. Like obviously, I've got mine now, and it is where it is.
I think space is the big one. Like,
yeah, because
It's
they don't.
space.
First of all, they don't build houses as big as they used to. First of all, they're not giving out yards as they used to.
But it's not even that. I'm saying even when you're looking at space for them to be outside, the space is not
Like
what it used to
You
be.
look at it,
not
yeah?
things out there for them to do.
You look at where we grew up, yeah. There was like at least 30 to 40 kids on our estate.
But there is that amount of kids now.
They're just not outside.
On our estate,
There's
They're
a-
all inside.
we've been on our estate.
no,
like,
but there's a lot of kids. Like I've clocked, but the kids don't know each other now. So everyone plays in their little isolated pockets.
But hold on, we didn't know each other. We had to go to the park to get to know
But
each
we're
other.
overprotective now. Because let's be fair, we are overprotective in an irrational way. Because it's not like there's been this crime spree of primary school children getting murdered and kidnapped. We just think outside isn't safe. So now you can't go out there. There's not actually anything that states that.
So kids are in like secluded spaces. Like when you go to stuff like Oxygen, you see like 10,000 kids in there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There are 10,000 kids in like another 5,000 little pockets. Because there are youths. Because if you think when I go back to the ends and I go to my mum, that's my 4 kids. But then there's like 3 kids on the second floor, but they only play with each other. And then on the other end, there's another 5-6 kids, but they only play with them.
So if you think the generation of parents now become unsociable, where they don't want their kids to socially mix with other
Yeah, but
kids.
it's the village.
It's
You
a
see, the whole
it's a
village to
protection
raise
thing,
a
innit?
child
It's all
thing has
protection.
changed. We used to just go outside, and because we never had computers like that, we made games. Oh, you want to come play? Let's kick the ball or
Do you
pat
know
the-
another conversation I had was someone was telling me, as men that have kids, sometimes we got to do better for our kids to
Yeah,
all know
we're
each other.
disgraceful.
Yeah,
Our
come
thing's-
together.
Our
innit?
thing's shocking.
Yeah, it's
know.
shocking. But
I think we've
I think
done.
it's common.
I think we've done well for our kids to know each
No,
other.
I don't. No.
They know, but it could be much better. It
Like,
could be
I
way
mean,
better.
yeah,
They should have grown
Even-
up a lot closer
Yeah.
than they have.
And I think even the way they only see each other now is because of
Place it.
when they go place it
on
out.
someone's
Yeah.
birthday.
or something.
And you know when they'll be like, I know him, and you're like, oh yeah, you did see
Yeah.
him. Like,
yeah,
it shouldn't be a thing
Yeah.
like that. It should not
I
be
mean,
that.
like I said, but we've done well in the sense that they know each other. But I think we could do a lot more better as in like how they grow.
But do you know what? Yeah, because
Well, actually, I don't want my daughter around your kids, your sons,
Fucking hell.
because you're trying to get one of your sons to marry my daughter still. So we can't.
no
have
one
that.
don't want no Premps in
I
the
said
life
no one
like
want
that.
Oh, he said that. He said that on camera. That's good. You get me? Because he's been trying to get this diary side for years,
I'm trying to
fam.
do some arranged marriage thing.
Fam, from the day.
I mean, at
when
least
the-
you know where she come from, innit? Like,
fam, from the first day he stole my daughter, yeah, he was like, so what, we can sign the papers now.
I'm saying there's only a couple years different. You get me?
Plus, she's only like 2 days old, you know.
But mine's only like a year and change older. Pattern up a little something. But I think it's poor.
Nah, it is. I
Okay.
think as
And the thing is, we're not absent fathers, so it's
We're
not.
not.
We actually have our kids a lot of the time. I
think-
but we'll phone each other. Oh, what you doing? I'm with my child. Alright, cool. I'll shout you later.
And that's it.
yeah, it should be
There's
like
no link up.
it should be like, yo, man will
Come
And
true.
you know,
Yeah.
I think, this was something that me and P and Scholesy were doing at one stage where we was getting the kids together. And even if it wasn't like, for instance, I have my daughter on or arranged weekends, even if it wasn't my weekend, I got the kids, let's take them to the cinema at least. And then what we do is we just walk around like Harrow Shopping Centre and they'll just be running around. They got to, I think, and I ain't gonna lie, that's something that I'm trying to start again. Like, look, man, it might not be, let's get them for like 3-4 hours. Take them somewhere, Keep that.
Even if you just leave them even if you just go to the park and say you
Let
lot
them
go,
ramp.
and we just sit there and hold a conversation.
So what we're saying, just going forward, that's something we should start.
Yeah, I think we should.
I
I'm down for
definitely
that.
think, and because we have our kids on such a regular basis, it's not like
We
once a
yeah,
month.
And
we
it's,
can
and, it's,
plan
and,
it,
it, and even if we don't, it's not hard for us to get them anyway.
But it's not hard. Look, they have technically been on summer holiday since March. How many times have they seen each other? All right, let's take out the minimal fear of corona. How many times have they physically seen each other?
Goodness. Probably, but
Even
not a
if
lot.
they all linked up
Not
and
a
sat there
lot.
with their switches
Yeah,
and
yeah.
played with each other, let them be. Because when they'll get older, then they'll have that.
Yeah.
They'll have that. I need to look after you because I grew with you, and I need to look after you. And
And
That's
plus, they're
true.
gonna go secondary school. And they might buck each other around
Yeah,
secondary
yeah.
times.
And then remember, then it should be a thing as, oh, can I go to Uncle Chris's house? Can I? Like now it's just kind of, if we have to go there, then fine.
We're
let's
going
go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, then, Dad.
Yeah, that's what my like. You want to come? Like my sons will gladly stay in the house. Like,
Yeah.
Dad, go. Don't worry, man. Call us. Like,
Yeah. Certain times I feel
Yeah.
bad. I'm like, I'm getting shop. You coming? He's like, no. I'm like, you don't want to come to the shop? Like, jump on your scooter. He's like, nah, I'm good, Dad. Still,
computer.
watching TV.
Yeah, I got stuff to
I'm
do.
like, okay, like,
boring, isn't it?
Wait till you have a daughter, fam. She wanna go everywhere you're going, but daddy's girl, fam.
but they have their moments, innit? Because when you're chilling, man will bust my room. Dad, let's go in the garden and play football. I'm like, like now? He's like, come on, Dad, I need someone to go and go. I'm like, alright, cool.
They always, have you know, kids always trouble you when you're resting.
No, but that is the beauty of having as many. You don't need to ask me. My daughter will come, Daddy, can I get a drink? Go ask one of your brothers, man. Oh, you lot. So why don't you make your sister a drink? Listen, I don't even make breakfast no more. Are you lot in the kitchen? Make your sister toast.
He's turning into
Yeah.
an African dad.
No, but that's good though. But
I
everyone
literally
does
be
that,
chilling.
innit?
I'll be like, oh, come here.
But then
you
you think
got-
about, we'll
you
be
got-
calm. But then by the time we'll be calm, because by the time we have kids again, our oldest will
Yeah,
be old.
to be
fam.
ready.
Be
Babysit
ready.
there.
Yeah, babysit there.
Yeah, but then they got life to live. They'll be like,
Nah, nah,
Dad,
No,
What life?
What life?
what?
What life?
So your son's in big secondary school. You come to him with baby. You're like, Dad, I didn't ask for this shit.
I don't
Sibling,
care.
bruv.
This
Don't
is your
care.
brother or sister.
I
I'm
did
going to
not
the
ask
shop
for
sit
this.
your ass here for a couple of hours and watch them.
He's on his phone. Oh, I can't even come out no more.
Yeah.
Dad's moving like an idiot.
Hey, babe, you can't come on. Go watch my little
That's what happens when they sneak their girlfriends in. What? I can't
Babe.
come out, but bro, my brother's sleeping. So
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie.
come
you see
true
my,
quick.
You see my little brother, we used to share a room, man. Every time I had link shit, you know what I used to do? Because he had the Xbox, I used to take the Xbox out and put it in the front and be like, don't leave it. Stay
Stay in there.
right there. Just stay
See, this
here,
is a
fam.
struggle I never had. I was just me. One man up.
Fam,
And I started late, so I weren't beating at no time.
we used to share a room, yeah, and I remember my mum and dad both used to work days, so summer holidays would be me and my little brother in the house. And mum have a daytime, mum would wake up, wake up, bruv. And you know the ones like when you wake up a little kid, fam, they look like they've like it looks like you've woken them up from prison, bro. Like, they want to cry. Go sleep in mum and dad's room. But why? Shut up, man. I want no Christians, fam, bruv, man.
That's why he's the way he is now.
Innit? That's exactly what he is.
They hate me.
That's why he is now. He's like, that's dickhead. He gonna punch you up. He gonna punch you up. But now we need to do better.
Nah,
Yeah,
we
we
do. I think
And there's so much, like, if you really think of all the man them,
we've got kids. All of us
there's
got
so
kids,
many
man.
kids that
There's a lot.
don't actually know each other.
Like you gotta look at it like this, yeah. So like when we throw birthday parties and you told them and them, yo, bring your kids, thinking, yo, actually we all have kids, bro.
Like in this
Like-
room now, there's six kids. Just between us, this is 6 kids. I know the majority come from
I was
me.
gonna say,
But
man
then-
said it like we had 2 each. Or something.
I mean, we can share. I can spread it out.
I mean, I got one.
I got one.
Well, you lot need to catch up then, don't you? No, but we need to do
that's
something. Like, I was even thinking about taking my youth on holiday. That's expensive. I can't do it right now. But even something like Disneyland.
That is hella expensive. Disney.
Disneyland's expensive.
Yeah.
No, but I had there's actually the cheaper way to do it.
It's to
actually
go
just
there and
go there and just pay on the day.
So go to
Okay.
France and then just
just
pay.
go
Go
there.
there. Not if you the
Don't
the
book
package
it,
alone
the
is like
package thing.
package alone was like 2.5 packs.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm on that.
But listen, I looked at is it Centre Parks?
Centre Parks, yeah.
Oh, them things there as well.
Yeah,
but-
Teeth.
I looked
Might
at
as well fly
Butlins.
out.
3 man that equated to 5 or 6 kids.
Yeah.
It was 2.5 bags for a cabin with
Flying
Wi-Fi. Just with Wi-Fi, the
No
TV.
food. Not all
No,
inclusive.
no. That is just for you to stay for the weekend. For the weekend.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, thanks for the. Well, I got to pay $2.5 for what? I'm about to stay my house.
But
But you see, but you know, the thing is this, yeah, we kind of need to get ourselves out of that bubble, like, because our parents. One thing I can say about my mum and my aunt was, me and my cousins every year without fail, they took us to Brighton, but there was like 8 kids. Brighton, remember they used to have when you go to like them feed pots, they had the red buses, the coaches you used to get on back in the day, and without fail, they always used to take us like to Brighton.
so you got taken to Brighton in a disabled bus. Were you special needs kids?
No.
I never went on no buses.
Like
You do like the Margate ones.
Yeah.
With your granny and that.
Margate.
you go with the
The
church
ships.
Church.
We had to wake up early in the morning,
Yeah,
bare people
yeah.
on the side of the road waiting for the coach.
Oh,
Don't you remember
that
they
was
used to do in
legendary,
Itons?
man.
They used to do like the summer.
Summer
Summer
trip.
trips.
Where did it go? Like to the seaside.
Seaside. Usually Margate
And you'd have to
Bournemouth and
pack,
places
like everyone got fried
But-
chicken
oh,
and
yeah.
packed food.
that journey, mud.
No, but you know what it is? We could, I mean,
And we drive.
Brad, but that takes away the fun of it. The fun was everyone being on the one coach.
Yeah, it was.
And
It
it's
was.
catching jokes.
And then you're rushed to get on the back of the coach.
To
The
the back
parent,
of the
the parents always at the front.
Yeah,
And all the
yeah,
kids are making up.
at the
Yeah,
back.
babies. And then you
And you can hear them kissing teeth in front, but they're like, leave them, leave them.
got one stink parent. Shut your mouth at the back over there.
But then on the way home, everyone's frazzled.
Frass.
You wake up with stiff neck like you're watching the TV on the wall, innit?
But the thing is, combined, that's not a lot of money to get like a little mini bus,
It's not,
Yeah.
man. And I
8
think-
to 10
and I think-
seats, and go where we're
and
going.
I think, like I said, I'm as dads. I'm speaking as dads.
We need to do better.
We need to do better.
Yeah, I
We 100%
agree.
need
I
to do.
agree.
Like, if the fun fair's on, we should say to ourselves one
go.
weekend, yo, every man, we're grabbing the kids
And we're
going.
but there's so many occasions that we miss out on. There's been years that we phoned each other. What are you doing? New Year's? Nah, I'm just in my yard.
Yeah.
Why is we all not just linked up
Yeah,
and
that's true.
just let the youth them ramp?
No, 100%, 100%.
So,
I think
We are bad.
I think we should. Oh, there are gonna be some single mothers watching this. Be like, yes, say that again. I love you, dads. But nah, it's down for us.
Look
dads
at you
to-
trying to prey on the single mums. I
Always.
can't.
I
deal with
never.
you.
I'm not praying on them. I'm just saying that they probably like, yeah, look at them, man. That's what,
So
that's
this why you're doing it. You're putting this out there for them to latch on to.
I'm
Potentials,
no.
potentials.
I'm doing this so our kids can grow like how we
You are
grown.
going to be stepdaddy galore.
Who me?
Bare inboxes.
No. I'm doing
Bare
this.
inboxes.
I'm doing this so our kids can grow the way that we've grown. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And it's proper.
Tales from the crypt. But yeah, man, what time? Jeez. Episode 15. Please don't cancel me podcast.
See, we're 15 episodes deep, yeah.
Yeah.
These.
It's been
Like, subscribe, comment, all
Yep.
that jazz.
follow everyone. Why
And
you
yeah,
look at me like you want to say something?
I ain't got nothing to say for 'em, man. You get
But
me?
yeah, man, we need to do better. So we will do better.
Yeah, man. Big
We're
up
gonna
everyone
vlog
for-
it.
For
You
tuning
gonna vlog
in.
it?
Yeah, why not?
No,
You're you're gonna what?
Doing too
Vlog.
much now. Doing
Yeah, I'm
too
gonna
much.
do a vlog. Please don't cancel me vlog with the youth them.
No.
What?
Doing too much.
Take them
My
on a
mum-
trip.
my mum
What?
video.
Margate and that, Brighton and that.
Nah, I think we should make the youth them do an episode one day. Just sit them and make them talk.
No.
The wrecky things that will come up. It'll just be a fortnight conversation.
No.
What skin have you got?
Yeah. How many V-Bucks have you got?
The weirdest thing, my daughter told everyone in place and I've been to jail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And on that
No.
pleasant note, later on, everyone.
Hey, later.
To license it.